So a few years ago, I took an Amazon FBA course, and in this video, I just want to give you guys my honest opinion on whether or not I think it was worth it or not. And I'm also going to go over the different types of courses there are nowadays. I see some are super cheap, some are super expensive, some offer a lot of support, some don't offer much. So I'm going to go over the pros and cons of both of those. And I'm also going to go over a few important points to make sure that you don't get scammed, because I think that's a big issue nowadays. There's a lot of gurus, there's a lot of people selling courses, which is not a bad thing. I think courses are very good, but you just need to make sure you're doing your due diligence and you're not getting scammed. And before I get into it, guys, I just want to make a quick disclosure. I'm not trying to sell you a course. I don't even have a course. I'm just going to share my personal opinion with you guys. So starting with the first point is, do I think courses are worth it? And what was my personal experience? To give you guys a short answer, the answer is absolutely yes. I think courses are worth it. And I want to share this little story with you guys. So before I ever took an Amazon FBA course, we're taking this back 5 years ago, probably. Yeah, it was about 5 years. So 5 years ago, before I ever took an Amazon FBA course, I was the type of guy who, I don't want to say I was frugal because I was blowing money on really stupid things. But when it came to buying an Amazon course, I just didn't see the value in it. I wanted to start an online business, but I thought, why am I going to pay this guy thousands of dollars? I can just learn it myself. So that's what I tried to do. I went on YouTube, Google, just searching how to start an Amazon business. And what I found at that time, at least, was there was a lot of information, but it just would take you in circles. There was nothing that was step by step. This is how you set up a corporation, find a product, et cetera, like everything that you need to know as a guideline to get you started. So I couldn't find that. I just found like good information, but not enough to get started. So what ended up happening, I was doing that for about 6 to 12 months, never started a business, really just wasted a bunch of time. And then finally, one day at my local gym here, I actually bumped into this guy who did Amazon FBA, and he was selling courses. So we kind of got to chatting. Long story short, I ended up committing finally, because I'd wasted so much time to take his course, and it was a $2,000 course at the time. So a decent chunk of change, right? The most I've ever spent on any sort of self-improvement or investing in myself before then. And from then on, I took the course. It was a very good course. It pretty much showed me the ropes. Like, it gave me a roadmap of exactly how to launch a product. I went along to launch my first product. My first product ended up failing, but I kept going, launched a second product, third product, fourth product, you guys get the point. And long story short, I ended up selling my Amazon business for multiple 6 figures within 2 years of starting the business. So from an investment standpoint, obviously that $2,000 led to hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit. Obviously the ROI was very good. That made a lot of sense. But not only the money aspect of it, the course really changed my mindset, because I went from a guy who just didn't want to invest money on courses. I thought it was kind of a waste of money, to now saying, wow, me investing $2,000 in myself led to this massive profit. So from that point on, I had no problem buying any courses. Back then, I would spend $2,000 on bottle service, but when it came to actually investing in myself, for some reason, I was like, nah, it's not gonna work. And when you look at it like that, you realize like how stupid that sounds. You should definitely invest in yourself first and stop wasting money on things like clothes or bottle service. Like, you're literally just pouring the booze out. Another important point to make as well is, I think a lot of people who take courses nowadays, they expect that they're gonna pay for the course and that the course is what's gonna make them succeed. And that's not the case, guys. A course is gonna give you a roadmap of what exactly to do, but you still need to put in the work. At least this is the way I look at it, right? Like, if I'm gonna take a course, I'm just looking for a roadmap on how do I do this? And then I'm gonna have to put in the work. You can't buy a course and then expect the person who sold you the course to do all the work for you. I know there's a lot of gurus out there who say, I guarantee you're gonna make $10,000 or $20,000. Guys, they can't guarantee you shit. Trust me, they're just trying to sell you on it. What's gonna dictate your success is how hard you're willing to work and how well you apply what they teach you. Obviously, a course is gonna increase your learning curve a lot. You're gonna be able to get information from somebody who's already been there and done that of what you wanna do, and you're gonna avoid a lot of the mistakes that you would have at the beginning trying to do it by yourself. And also, when you invest in a course, there's obviously a big financial investment for you. Like, let's say it's a couple $1,000. now you're actually invested to use what you learned in the course, because you obviously don't want your money to go to waste. So I think there's a ton of benefits with getting a course, and I would highly recommend it to anybody to definitely take one. And now the second point is, what kind of course should you take? I know there's a lot of different types of courses out there, but I really break them down into two different sections. There's the cheaper courses, which are anywhere from the range of $500 to $1,000. And then there's the more expensive courses, which are anywhere from $5,000 to all the way up to $30,000. So now this is where you need to do a little bit of a self-assessment and figure out what type of person are you and how much help do you really need. Now the main difference here is the more expensive courses are going to offer you a lot more support. Things like a Facebook group, a WhatsApp group, weekly Zoom calls. Some of them I've even seen that they give you a one-on-one mentor who's actually going to walk you through all the steps. Some I've even seen that they will literally pick the product for you. Some I've even seen that they're just going to do all the work for you. So how much help do you really need? So if you need a lot of help and you're the type of person who doesn't have time, or you just, you need your hand held a little bit more, which is not a bad thing, then obviously the more expensive course is probably going to be the one that you want to go for. But the cheaper courses, what I found is they're still good. They still give you a lot of information and they'll show you exactly what you need to do, but they're not going to help you that much, right? You're still going to need to do all the work. So they'll say, hey, look, this is exactly how to set everything up. This is how to find the product. Go take it from here. So you're gonna have to do a little bit more work on your own that way, but to be honest, that's the way I did it. Even the course that I took, it was $2,000. Now I think the guy is selling the course for $6,000, but he offers tons of things like Zoom calls every week, Facebook group, and I personally didn't take advantage of any of that. Looking back at it now, I don't think that's a smart thing. I think if you have the available tools for you, you should use that. But I kind of just wanted to do everything on my own. Like I said, it's not a good thing, but I just didn't take advantage of all that. So I just had the course, it showed me what exactly to do, and then I just learned on my own. And I just made mistakes, I learned from my mistakes, and I went that route. So for me personally, when I look at the two courses, I like to go with something that just shows me the map, and I'll take it from there. But I know there's other people out there who really need someone to pick the product from them. They need someone to talk to every week. They need a community, which is, once again, not a bad thing. I think a lot of people would benefit from that. So if that's the route, then obviously a more expensive course is probably better for you. And then last of all, and this is the most important thing, guys, if you do decide to take a course, you need to make sure you do your due diligence before purchasing. And what I mean by this is, let's say you're buying an Amazon course from a guru, make sure you do a little bit of due diligence, right? Make sure that this person is qualified and that they actually are who they say they are. And I know this is easier said than done, but there's a lot of fakers out there, right? Don't let maybe the flash and the Lambos and all that kind of stuff fool you. It's hard for me to give you guys practical tips on this one, but it's kind of just going to have to come down to your BS radar or a little bit of common sense, because there is a lot of people that will show you the Lambos or they'll talk about all this wealth. But I usually find that if someone's really promoting all the money and stuff, that means they're usually probably just trying to use that to get you to buy the course. I think some of the people who actually know what they're talking about don't need to do that. So that's just my tip there for you guys. And I would encourage you guys to go onto Google, type in the course name or the guru name, see if anything pops up, right? Because if there's been fraud claims, it'll be on there. Or sometimes there's Reddit threads where people are chatting about, hey, I think this course is really good, or no, this guy scammed me, etc. So I definitely recommend you guys do that before making any commitments to any courses. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have taken an Amazon FBA course, please leave a comment down below. Let me know which course you took. I think it'd be super valuable for everybody watching this video. Mention the course you took and whether or not you think it was worth it or not. And also guys, please don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. I've got a ton of more videos coming for you guys very soon. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one.